Hola, ¿qué tal todos? ¿Cómo están? Aquí estamos otra vez con Profesor Pablo and Spanish Learning Systems. This is Sentence Starters Lesson 14, Lección número 14. I liked plus singular noun. In Lesson 13, we learned how to say what we like. Me gusta, te gusta, le gusta, nos gusta, and les gusta. Everything we learned in Lesson 13 will apply to Lesson 14. However, now we're in the past tense. There's me gustó, I liked, L-I-K-E-D, or there's me gustaba, I liked. Now, me gustó is used for a specific instance. Like, I liked the movie. Oh, you went to the beach yesterday? Yeah, I liked the beach. Me gustó la playa. Wow, that rice was so tasty. Me gustó el arroz. Me gustaba is I liked as well, but like all the time, like in the past, what you used to like. For example, if you want to say like, I liked rice, referring to when you were a little kid, you'd say, me gustaba el arroz. If you say me gustó el arroz, you're referring to one bowl of rice that you ate. If you say me gustaba el arroz, you're saying that back during some lengthy time period, you liked rice all the time, not just one time. So there's me gustó and me gustaba. Me gustó is from the past preterite, which is verb number 4, and gustaba is from the past imperfect, verb number 5. There are two past tenses in Spanish, preterite and imperfect, but now is not the time to explain them. It'll come up. All right, let's look at some examples. You want looking at houses? Me gustó la casa. I liked the flower. Me gustó la flor. Wow, you know what? I visited a college or a school and you say, wow, I liked the school. Me gustó la escuela. You might say when you were a little kid, you liked school. That would be me gustaba la escuela. I liked the park. Me gustó el parque. You went to the park one day. You're saying when you were a little kid, oh, I liked the park, meaning like going there all the time with my mommy and daddy. Me gustaba el parque. Oh, I saw that picture last night of Julie. Me gustó la foto. And let's say there's a picture of you that your parents framed and put on the wall, and you grew up. Every day you walk down the hall and looked at that picture and you say, I didn't like that picture. Well, you wouldn't say no me gustó, because that's one time. You'd say, ay, 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 no me gustaba la foto. I didn't like the picture. Okay, you ate fruit. Me gustó la fruta. You drank a beer, a draft beer. Me gustó la cerveza. Yum, yum. I tried some acai chocolate. Me gustó el chocolate. I like the chocolate. So there you go. You're learning a lot right now. Me gustó is like a movie you saw, a piece of food that you ate, a book that you read. But if it's something like, I liked baseball, like when you were a kid. Me gustaba el béisbol. Oh, I liked my dog. Me gustaba mi perro. So if it's something you liked all the time in the past, used to like, it's me gustaba. Let's go to the third column. If I want to say, I liked the beach, I went yesterday, me gustó la playa. Skip down to wine. If I want to say, let's say you don't drink any alcohol now, but you say, yeah, for a long time in my life, I liked wine, you would say, me gustaba el vino, and that implies over time you liked it. I used to like bread. People know that eating bread, it's my weakness. It puts on weight. It creates sugar in your system, right? It's not really the best for you, I guess, but oh my gosh, I love bread. But I would say, let's say you just gave it up for your diet and you say, ay, 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 me gustaba el pan. I really used to like bread. Me gustaba el pan. You went to Vegas and saw a show. Me gustó el show. I liked the show. You went to a city as a tourist and you say, wow, I liked the downtown area. Me gustó el centro. Okay? If you want to say like you're trying out computers, you're going to buy one or the other, and you come home and you say, you know what? I really like that computer we saw at Best Buy. Me gustó mucho la computadora. Me gustó. I like the city of Paris. Oh my gosh. Me gustó la ciudad de París. Right? I would say I liked gum when I was a kid. You'd say me gustaba el chicle. Now let's get to the key points. We already mentioned that VN4, past preterite, and VN5, past imperfect, are both past tenses. we use VN4 to say what you liked, and VN5 to say what you used to like or liked all the time in the past. The other key points, one, just like we did in lesson 13. If you want to say you liked, familiar, we replace the may with a te. Let's say someone is a friend of yours, you're out shopping and they're looking for a home, and they come back and rave about this house that you visited, and you say, wow, te gustó la casa. You liked the house, te gustó la casa. Someone describes his or her childhood home in glowing terms. You'd say, wow, te gustaba la casa. By the way, wow, in Spanish it's pronounced wow, but it's spelled G-U-A-U. Wow, G-U-A-U. Wow, te gustaba la casa. Te gustó la casa? You like the house you saw? Te gustaba la casa? The house you lived in, you liked it. Okay? If I am asking you like a show we saw, did you like the show? Te gustó el show? You tried out some ice cream. Did you like the ice cream? Te gustó el helado? If someone tells you that he was an ice cream nut as a kid, had it every day, you'd say, wow, te gustaba el helado. Now here we come to lay and lace again. If you want to say he or she liked, you need that ah phrase again. If I want to say mom liked the beach, like as a kid, a mamá le gustaba la playa. Dad liked wine, like all the time he would drink it. A papá le gustaba el vino. Mom liked church. A mamá le gustaba la iglesia. Okay? If you want to say the lady liked the rice that she ate at the restaurant one time, a la señora le gustó el arroz. Someone tried out some strawberry flavored candy at a candy shop in Las Vegas and say like, wow, Bobby liked the gum. We're talking about one time. Would you say Bobby le gustó el chicle? No. You would say a Bobby le gustó el chicle. The same thing for they. If you want to say they, ellos, you're talking about ellos. You want to say they liked the dog that they visited. A ellos les gustó el perro. If you want to say they, meaning Bob and Shirley, brother and sister, when they were a kid, they liked the dog, then that would be not one time, but all the time. It'd be a Bob y Shirley les gustaba el perro. If you want to say we liked, again, nos, you'd say we liked the wine, nos gustó el vino. We liked the bread, nos gustó el pan. If you want to say we liked the movie, nos gustó la película. Even with película, little kid, let's say you loved Wizard of Oz, you liked it, you'd say, oh, me gustaba mucho la película de El Mago de Oz. Me gustaba mucho la película de Wizard of Oz. If you want to say my sister liked the Wizard of Oz movie, like all the time as a kid, she watched it all the time, put in the DVD or the Blu-ray or streaming it as it is now, you'd say, a mi hermana le gustaba la película de Wizard of Oz. Okay, so we did the key points. We know that if it's I like, it's may. If it's you, familiar, it's te. If it's we, it's nos. But if you say lay or lace, you need the phrase in front of the name. That is point 4. Clarification, use plus name. Let's look at our examples. I didn't like the movie one time. No me gustó la película. I didn't like the cold all the time, like when you were a kid. No me gustaba el frío. My brother didn't like the fruit as a kid, or didn't like fruit. A mi hermano no le gustaba la fruta. Day in, day out, he didn't like fruit. Betty liked the show. A Betty le gustó el show. I didn't like the show. Or color. A color shown to me. I say, no me gustó el color. But if you want to say your house got repainted and you lived at that house for a long time, it was yellow, you didn't like the shade of yellow, you say, I didn't like the color. No me gustaba el color. That implies day in and day out, when you came home and left, that yellow color bugged you. No me gustaba el color. The girls liked the program. A las chicas les gustó el programa. Did you like the game? ¿Te gustó el partido? We're talking about one game. We liked the fruit. One time we ate fruit, specific fruit. Nos gustó la fruta. But if you want to say we liked fruit, like when we were a kid, it would be nos gustaba la fruta. Nos gustaba la fruta. And then you would understand it not as we liked the fruit. It could be, but more commonly we would say we liked fruit. But it could be a mango or something. We liked the fruit. Nos gustaba la fruta. I like the chocolate. You just ate it. You would say, me gustó el chocolate. But if you want to say, I used to like chocolate, I like chocolate, meaning all the time, me gustaba el chocolate. So lesson 13 laid the foundation for lesson 14. We know all about the pronouns. Me is for I like something. Te, you, familiar. Le for he or she or it, or usted, you. Nos for we, and les for ellos, ellas, or ustedes, you plural. So there you go. You're learning so much more than just vocabulary and phrases and communication. The grammar, the structure of the language, the interconnections, the network in your brain. The cables are being laid in your brain right now. I'm telling you, your language network is developing. Now you're starting to understand this gusto versus gustaba. Yeah, it's called preterite, it's called imperfect, but your brain is picking it up as me gustó is for something that you did once. Me gustaba is something that you did all the time in the past. So there we go. Es todo por ahora. You can put a big check mark in the number 14 box. It's done. It's in the books. Ok, ya se acabó la lección de hoy. Hasta la próxima lección. This is Profesor Pablo signing off. Hasta pronto. Cambio. Fuera.